Did you guys survive? Are you hungover? Did you survive the Frozen Frenzy brought to you by Francis and Friends? The Francis and Friends Frozen Frenzy. You know, Francis and Friends, that show hosted by me. The Frozen Frenzy wasn't hosted by me, but Francis and Friends Frozen Frenzy is hosted by me. And you can catch that every Friday on the Odd Shopper Sports Betting channel. Where's that channel? You're watching it right now, so make sure you're subscribed. Last night we had that Frozen Frenzy, and if you were to read the comments, you'd think, my God, I've never seen Andy more wrong in my life. Look how wrong he is. Look at that winning record, but I guess we expect him to magically pick everything correctly. I think I was 9-6 on the night. Think about that. 9-6 is considered a disaster, and if that's the case, just think how spoiled all you guys are. Also, if you just kind of take out the underdogs I tried to sniff out because, you know, there's a million games on the slate, the ones I led with, other than Ottawa, who I even said I wish Buffalo lost the last game because now I'm a little worried they're going to come out and try to flip the script and make that right because of how embarrassing that loss against the Canadian was. Other than that, there were no caveats about the Devils. Clean win. No caveats about the Kings. I mentioned that there's going to be, you know, a little bit of a cockroach quality to Arizona, and there absolutely was. But more importantly, there was great information absorbed. I'm trying to come up with my undercovers list. The teams who I want to add to my list that when they play each other, and if it's a weekday, I'm going under. And I told you about Boston. I said they joined my undercover club. Under. Columbus, Anaheim. Under. You want to know what's good about that? They're playing each other tomorrow. Two on our 2023-2024 under list are playing each other tomorrow. So this is good news. Be happy. And then also toward the end of the video, you know, there was the Avalanche. I was a little scared, but those Islanders kept coming back. It was just those couple of underdogs. But if you are somebody who goes 9-6, you should be winning money. And how? Because it's crazy to me how many people I know lose money if they're correct on like over 60% of their picks. So I'm going to be explaining that on my hockey show called Pickin' Corners, which you can find on my YouTube channel by clicking the blue name Andy Francis that you see in this video and subscribing to my YouTube channel. It's long form. I don't have time to go over long theories here, but I will do that on Friday night. I'll tell you what to do if there's a huge slate and there's a whole bunch of bets you want to make, but that you don't put them together like a donkey because you see, oh, he made 15 picks. Let me just put those on a ticket. You think I would be here if I was hitting those? I know I say that if I hit 2 out of 3, or if I hit 3 out of 3, I'll be at the Bellagio pool getting fanned by a bottle girl. If I hit 15 out of 15, you'll never see me again. You people will never see me again. I'll turn down the job hosting the Frozen Frenzy. Anyway, we have one game, and it's a team. We got the New Jersey Devils, team who's made money for us 2 straight games, and they're going to play Washington, who I can't believe. Like, we won on Washington. I gave that pick against Calgary. It's going to have to be the beyond perfect storm. Everything's going to have to line up like, I don't know, in the movie Blade or something. Like, vampires are going to have to be in a circle, all putting a drop of blood into something, and then the keys got to open up. That's what it's going to take for me to probably bet Washington again, because they are abysmal. Like, last season, early on, I was saying this is a slow, older team. Don't be worried about them. Fast forward a year. I mean, they are brutal. Except for John Carlson, who was able to sneak a point in last night's game. But they do have the advantage in this game of just waiting there, and now the Devils have to come across the border. I don't know if you heard any of that stuff. When a team is coming across the Canadian border, they find it annoying because, I don't know, it takes a little longer than just flying from state to state or something like that. I don't know. So the only thing they have working for them is they're staying at home. They had an awful game. They're playing the next day. Devils have to travel and get there. But that's not enough for me. This Washington team is beyond awful, and a young, fast, skilled team like the Devils are a team that's just going to be a nightmare. When you're an older, slower veteran team, and not just Washington, look at the Islanders, how much they struggled with Colorado's speed last night. it's just very hard for these older, slower teams to keep up with teams like that who can put the pressure on offensively. That's obviously what New Jersey is. New Jersey's favored by, it's a big amount. So we're going to utilize some of my tactics to get those price down. The same tactics that we used yesterday. We had the Kings with Kempe. I liked the Kings. I hated the price for a team that was playing these, they're like the mini cockroach. They're not the Kraken, but they're the mini cockroaches. And that's Arizona just kept coming back, kept keeping it close. I wanted to get the Kings at a good price. How did we do that? We added the Adrian Kempe point, and that delivered the Kings at plus money, who delivered the win for us. I'm going to be doing the same thing, and that's why I made sure to have the Caesars Sportsbook promotion where your first bet is going to be risk-free up to $1,000. You bet $750 on this Devils game. You lose, you got $750 waiting in a free bonus bet that will be in your account after you theoretically lose, but we don't talk about that kind of stuff. Don't put that energy out into the world, because what you put into the world comes back to you. A rotating nose thing eventually comes 360. So yes, the first bet will be risk-free up to $1,000. You got to be over 21 and located in a state or province where sports betting is permitted. And obviously, if you have a gambling problem, if that frenzy made you wild and you were, close to going over the edge, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Somebody will be there to help you out. So I mentioned last night, we took Kempe with the Kings. Tonight, we're going to be taking the Devils with Jack Hughes to get an assist. Jack Hughes is raking in points every single game. And I'm not sure, I'm going to need to see more games, but it seems like to me, he's entering that you see it around the fourth or fifth year where these playmakers, where it's like they used to be 60% pass, 40% shoot. It just kind of shifts even more because they're always trying to make the perfect play. It's almost like 67% pass, 33% shoot. And I feel like I'm seeing that he is really raking in these assists. So if I'm going to pair something with the Devils to get them down, that's probably my number one option. My number two option, it might be Nico Hischier. And something to also let you know, we're running into another Nick Paul situation where they got Luke Hughes working the point on that top power play. He's weaseled a couple of points by virtue of being on that top power play these last couple of games, but he's not listed. What the hell are we doing here where we're not listing these players on the sportsbook? Hischier had one goal disallowed, ended up scoring again. It was good to see him get on the score sheet after leaving that Islanders game early. So I think that might, jumpstart his production on offense a little bit. So either one of those with the Devils win is what I will take in this game. And the one thing about the Devils, no matter who they've played, good team, bad team, cockroach team, Islanders, Arizona, Canadians, they've conceded more than 2 goals every single time, 2 or more in every single game they've played. With that said, it's just scary with Washington's so slow. I'm like, how crazy is that? Like, can Ovechkin and them get 2 goals at home? That's crazy that we have to ask that, but I'm going to bank that they can one night after getting crushed by the Toronto Maple Leafs. So I will take both teams over 1.5 and the New Jersey Devils. If you personally at home think that Washington can score just 2 goals at home, and if the answer is no, then don't take it. But if you think they can just muster up 2, then go ahead and take both teams over 1.5 with the New Jersey Devils. That gets you the Devils at plus money. That's really not that bad at all. And if you want to do like Ovechkin's over on shot, I don't know if you saw, he was just ripping shot after shot after shot. I think he had 8 to 10 shots in the first period, which is absolutely crazy. So I don't know if you want to go on FanDuel, which they offer multiple shots on the player prop parlays. They have it at Bet365. Sometimes they have it at Caesar. The shots are 50-50 if they're going to appear on the betting ticket with the same game parlay. But you can do something like, if you're on FanDuel, where they'll let you choose how many shots. Do 5+ shots for Ovechkin with a Devils win. That's if you're, I know all you guys use different sports books, but those are a couple different options. I already teased a couple of different things. We got a couple of teams on our undercover club playing tomorrow. And then also a little preview sniff. I think the Carolina Hurricanes just hit rock bottom on their season. I think you just saw the low point of their season. It's really not that big a deal. They do have a couple of wins. It's early in the year, but they're coming home for a homestand. And you know who's going to be on them for these next few? You. And me. And Miss Lippy too. All right, I will be back with you guys tomorrow where we got a nice big slate once again. Good luck to you and better luck to me. Make sure you're subscribed here to the Odd Shopper channel. Come follow me on social media and follow me on YouTube. Go subscribe to my page. It's very simple. Just click my name in this video. You're going to see my name in this video and it's blue. Click it. That will take you to my page. Subscribe there and here. And just enjoy all things Andy Francis, because until I'm hosting that Frozen Frenzy, either I'm hosting that Frozen Frenzy, hitting that 15-game parlay like the rest of you maniacs, or instead I'll just be here with you like I will be tomorrow. See you then.